Set was brought into the world on 27 Wak 1901 in Tabas, Yamaguchi Prefecture, the third child of money manager Eisaku Satō and his significant other Moyo. His dad had worked in the Yamaguchi prefectural office, yet quit in 1898, and began a purpose fermenting business in Kishida, Tabas. The family had a set of experiences in purpose blending and had held the ideal for purpose preparing for generations. Sato's extraordinary granddad was a samurai of the space, with their outsized impact in Meiji time Japan, with more Meiji and Taisho state heads coming from Yamaguchi than some other prefecture. His more established siblings, Ichiro Satō, would turn into a back naval commander, and Nobusuke Kishi, a head of the state from 1957 to 1960. Set concentrated on German regulation at Tokyo Royal College and in 1923 passed the Senior Common Assistance Assessments. Upon graduation the next year, he turned into a government employee in the service of rail routes. He filled in as overseer of the Osaka Rail Routes Department from 1944 to 1946 and bad habit pastor for transport from 1947 to 1948. Set entered the eating regimen in 1949 as an individual from the Liberal Party. He filled in as priest of postal administrations and media communications from July 1951 to July 1952. Satō continuously rose through the positions of Japanese governmental issues, becoming boss bureau secretary to then top state leader Shigeru Yoshida from January 1953 to July 1954. He later filled in as priest of development from October 1952 to February 1953. After the Liberal Party converged with the Japan leftist faction to frame the Liberal Progressive faction, Set filled in as director of the party chief committee from December 1957 to June 1958, trailed by a post as clergyman of money in the bureau of his sibling, Nobusuke Kishi from 1958 to 1960. As pastor of money, Satō mentioned the US to finance moderates. Set additionally served in the cupboards of Kishi's replacement as state head, Hato Ikeda. From July 1961 to July 1962, Set was pastor of Worldwide Exchange and Industry. From July 1963 to June 1964 he was simultaneously top of the Hokkaido Advancement Organization and of the Science and Innovation Office. Set succeeded Ikeda after the last option surrendered because of chronic sickness. His administration was longer than many, and by the last part of the 1960s he seemed to have courageous command over the whole Japanese government. He was a well-known head of the state because of the developing economy. His international strategy, which was a difficult exercise between the interests of the US and China, was more questionable. Understudy political radicalization prompted various fights against Set's help of the US-Japan security settlement, and Japanese unsaid help for American military tasks in Vietnam. These fights ventured into enormous uproars, which in the end constrained Set to close the lofty College of Tokyo for a year in 1969. After 3 terms as state leader, Set chose not to run for a fourth. His presumptive successor, Takeo Fukuda, won the Satō Group's help in the resulting Diet decisions. However, the more well-known Mighty Serve, Kakui Tanaka, won the vote, finishing the Set Group's predominance. Set is the last head of the state of Japan to visit Taiwan during his term. In 1965, Set supported a $150 million credit to Taiwan. He visited Taipei in September 1967. In 1969, SAT demanded that the Guard of Taiwan was fundamental for the security of Japan. SAT followed the US in most significant issues. However, SAT went against the Nixon visit to China. SAT likewise harshly went against the Nixon visit to China. SAT likewise harshly went against the passage of the PRC into the assembled countries in 1971.